look again right here with our two teams. We have Maharlika and Stallion squaring off. We take a look at their respective lineups. And for the hosts, they are lining up in that 4-2-3-1 formation. And they will have Christian Schaeffner as their captain. He will be deployed in center mid. And from the looks of it, Spence Galasa, their leading scorer, according to our records, will be his partner right there. But let's go through the Maharlika back line. We have Jello Facturan and Dave Basa, the miracle in Hanoi, Ascal, to bring them that experience. Alongside him is youngster Ziggy A, and we have Joem Logarta filling in at right back. And we look over the attacking end in the midfield of Maharlika. We have Michael Sims, Rigo Joseph, and we've also got Christian Hamon. And Benzi Villanueva will be the man up front as we will take it to the pitch for our pre-match ceremonies. And later on, we will break down that starting 11 of Stallion Laguna FC. And once again, we have the Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways. Teams taking to the pitch for the pre-match ceremonies. Once more, we have Maharlika Manila FC and Stallion Laguna FC. You just saw pictured the picture were the rosters of the visiting side, and they are going with a very interesting 3-5-2 formation. We can say that will feature twin holding midfielders. So their three center backs will be skipper Matt Nieras, and their cornerstone A Placito. Mike Menzi will be the other man for them. Shermar Pelonco and Nathan Relioraza will be those twin holding mids as we mentioned, and ahead of them will be Jorel Aristorenas. On the wings will be usual suspects in Allen Angeles and Juanito Galeana Trujillo, their Mexican winger. And up front will be another Mexican, the compatriot of Juanito, in Rafa Nogueda, and he will be alongside Finn McDaniel. Finn McDaniel is the leading scorer of Stallion to date, and we do know that they just want to stay on full throttle and end this campaign with a bang. They did mention that they are looking to step up and try out a new system, and as they are once again preparing for not just the Copa but a potential stint in the AFC Cup. They'll be squaring off with ASEAN counterparts, as it seems. And our referees or officials for this match, Mick John Pineda is the referee, and he will be assisted by linesmen KB Nanyola and Segundo Saluria III. Michael Barajas is the fourth official. Alan Martinez is the referee assessor, and Robin Allen Kainglet is your match commissioner. So we are close to getting this done and dusted. We see our respective captains again in Christian Schaeffner and Matt Nieras. What is interesting to point out is both players have spent time in the United States in over different points of their respective lives. We can say they got to pick up some training on the other side of the world. Handshakes done and dusted, and teams will head out for their final or respective huddles. So Stallion Laguna FC will be in their all-white kits. Maharlika Manila, the home side, will be in their all-black. So the sun continuing to set, and with temperatures going down, we could possibly be in for an action-packed match, especially with a pitch that is smaller in the McKinley Hill Stadium. This is also the training ground of Maharlika. So Vinci Valdez, their goalkeeper, did say they will look to take advantage of their familiarity with this turf pitch. Stallion Laguna do train in the Binyan Stadium, also a turf pitch, but is of international size. And we could say also, when Maharlika squared off in this venue with eventual league second placer Cebu FC, Maharlika sure did try to squeeze out an advantage with the familiarity or home field advantage. Although it was unfortunate that they were not able to take the result despite getting the opening goal. And Rafa Nogueda will kick off this match for us. And this could be a strong matchup when we look at their respective records. Nogueda in their previous matches with Maharlika did torment the defense with his size and shiftiness. What Maharlika have been retooled over the Christmas and World Cup break and sure have improved even when you look performance-wise. As we are close to getting this underway. So paki-like at share na lang po ang ating stream. Paki-comment na lang din po. Check na natin ang comment section. Sabi ni Joriel Petil, Vamos Maharlika FC. May mga comments din dito para sa Stallion. And we are off right here at the McKinley Hill Stadium. Nakaputi po ang Stallion Laguna. Nakaitim ang Maharlika Manila FC. Placito, a man from California Baptist University, over to Menzi. Felonco and Menzi exchanging touches. Placito, he is in the heart of that 3-5-2, or in the back three of that formation rather. Angeles sent it back. Nieras. They'll swing it over and will play that patient game. Yes, they want to try out another system, but they sure want that win. And the same can be said about Maharlika. Sims, he's playing on the left wing. The former UP Fighting Maroon. He tried to fake Menzi for a moment. Galasa. Acturanan tried to send in an early cross that came off of Jorel Aristorenas, and looks like that is corner kick number 1 of this match. Maharlika trying to start off strong. So again, we look at the implications. Maharlika will have to win this game and their next one to clinch 6th place in the standings. Stallion will just love to rack up the points. And that ball came out, so it will be a goal kick for the visitors. Pepito puts it back into play. And Stallion FC did confirm that there is no Patrick Dato as he is moving over or back to the Thai League. He did sure give this team a boost during his time in the Philippines. Angeles cutting inside. Aristorenas, Nogueda, Rilloraza, Nieras trying to send this ball in. It was denied by Ziggy A. Juanito Galeana picked that up. Finn McDaniel in traffic. Gets beaten though. Sends the ball in. Juanito, Dave Basa using his experience to his advantage to send that ball out. So this one will stay with Stallion Laguna. They are answering back with a corner of their own, it seems. So let's await the service of this one. It will sure need some adjustments. This will sure need adjustments from Stallion. A Placito headed out to safety by Facturan, and that seemed off target, but better safe than sorry. Maharlika give up a corner, but of course, you'd rather give up a corner rather than a goal. So here comes the service. Basa sent that out again before Placito got his head to it. It stays with the visitors. So Stallion again are set to pick up another third place finish, just like how they performed in 2019 in the league. Juanito tracking back, but we have a whistle right here. Excessive contact. Seemed like that was from Benzi Villanueva. So we look at our scorers for the respective teams right here. Spencer Galasa is the leader with 3 goals to his name. We have Zachary Ford, Endo with 2 goals each. Angeles combining Nogueda. Pelonco. He is back with Stallion, of course. Angeles gets clipped and he wins them a set piece and a lovely spot. So we've had 2 corners earlier for Laguna, and this time it is a free kick over on the further end. That is the left wing for the visitors. Let's see how the likes of Dave Basa and Vinci Valdez will sort this out. John Pineda, our referee, just giving some final instructions. I think making sure the wall doesn't get too ahead. McDaniel with the service, the header. We're not sure there if Nogueda got a touch, but nonetheless, it was last touch from Laguna, and it will be a Vinci Valdez goal kick. So let's see again how they will utilize home field advantage. Back in the day, though, before the PFL, the United Football League did have its games right here in this venue. I'm sure a few holdovers from Stallion are familiar with this pitch. It's a given, of course, Maharlika have no problem at all in this field because this is their home. Placito assessing his options. Relio Raza had some pressure from Rigo Joseph. Felonco got to blow past Schaeffner for a while and recovered, but Schaeffner gets whistled for a foul. So play will be resumed in the middle. So nakalagay dito may mga viewers taga Mexico at Cambodia. Totoo ba yan? But a good afternoon to all of our viewers wherever you may be. And here's another ball to split the opposing defense. Facturanan push that out wide. It's still under dispute though. And it will go back to the home side. Facturanan has been a steady force for them playing left back. He also did dislocate his shoulder in Maharlika's matchup against Kaya Iloilo, but it is great to see that he is on the mend. So this is a throw in from deep. Juanito in the middle. Menzi, he is playing against his former team. McDaniel, Relio Raza, connecting again with Finn. Finn up against Basa. That hits the side netting though, so it is no goal for Stallion, the team in white. But they have had Lions' share of possession and have been probing so far in this game. From the initial looks, the visitors have been able to adjust to this pitch. Mike Menzi gets it back to Pepito. Filonco from Nieras. Looks like he'll play this long. McDaniel got his boot to it. It was overcooked for Angeles, but Angeles did applaud that effort, so some fine-tuning on their end. Joseph, a former DLSU Green Archer. He is playing against his former teammate in Matt Nieras. Juanito Valdez, though, with the save. So Juanito Galeana Trujillo, one of the Mexican players of Stallion, getting a shot on target. He did play in the 3rd division over in his home country, in Aristorenas. Was trying to blast this one, but it was going to be a tough ball to control. So approaching the 9th minute already in this young match. We had a chance earlier from Maharlika, but Stallion have just found their bearings and are dictating this game. Try to play it through though, but Nogueda and Angeles not on the same page. They'll give this one back to Maharlika Manila. Valdez did pick up his high school education in De La Salle Zobel, but he did opt to study in Ateneo for his tertiary education, but opted to turn pro over the course of the pandemic. Nieras got his pocket pick. Maharlika trying to work their way through the right wing. They cut it back, Schaeffner. You like what you were seeing from the home side. Pepito, though, with the denial, some loose handles initially, but no counterpart to get the rebound. It looks like that was some lovely work on the right wing from Hamon, who paved way for that opportunity. And they'll build up from the back. Placito and Finn McDaniel did go to the same school in California Baptist University, but they were not able to play together. When Abe Placito was on his way out, graduating, Finn McDaniel was on his way in to that program. Schaeffner playing this long. Who will secure? Sims. That was a delightful first touch initially, but they did not secure. And this ball sent to no man's land. Jason Pepito will get this match resumed. So whose side are you on? Paki-comment na lang po, Stallion o Maharlika. Stallion in their white again. Maharlika are the men in black for today. Aristorenas ran into Joseph, still keeps it. Jorel Aristorenas, a veteran himself in the Philippine football circuit. He did get U23 stints also. Rigo Joseph gets this. Playing in the attacking mid-role, we'd often see him as a target man over the course of his career. Nogueda gets this in the middle, trying to thread through. Dispossessed though by Ziggy, a great effort. Schaeffner, try to thread it. Placito. He's trying to kill the momentum, the opposing side. Ziggy again read that well. The former GOM product, also studied in CSA. So we have a call right here in favor of the home side. They'll try to swing some momentum in their way, but you have to appreciate the way they started. It looks like it will be a matter of consistency. Factoranen sends this in. Placito with the touch. And this is safety first as Laguna send this ball out. We did get to walk through the scorers earlier for Maharlika Manila, but when we look at the assistment, Factoranan is the leader with 2. And we have 5 players tied with 1 assist apiece. A missed touch from Nieras, but it is saved eventually by Pepito, denying that chance that chance taken on goal from Maharlika. Menzi. Galiana Trujillo. Playing this long, but it's into the box and overcooked. And now it's with Vinci Valdez. So we walk through the scorers and assistment for the home side. We take a look at the goal scorers for Stallion in a bit as they win it back. So that Finn McDaniel currently leads or dictates pace for Stallion with 5 goals. Rafa Nogueda, his partner up front today, has 4. Abu C and A Placito with 3. No Abu C today due to a leg injury, they confirmed. He picked up this injury while they were out in Cebu. Galiana Trujillo. Some trickery, but Aristorenas sends this clearly out and about again. He's a coach himself in the University of Santo Tomas, his alma mater. Hamon up against Nieras. Some pushing and shoving, but it is returning to Laguna. So we go over this time to the assist men of Stallion FC. Finn McDaniel has 5 for himself. And his teammate in Juanito Galiana Trujillo has 3, along with Koichi Belgira. Belgira, often a starter, but is on the bench for this one as Stallion will look to rotate their players. They have third place locked already in this league with 1 match to spare. Some traffic. Sims and Galasa up against Galiana Trujillo. Schaeffner did well in the tight space. Galasa trying to get past Placito. They play it out wide. Hamon thought about it for a moment. Crossed this in, but sent it to the Stallion back line. So it's a corner kick again. So let's see how the teams will sort this one out. Calling the shots for Maharlika today is Coach B-Boy Esteban. Looks like they have no Coach Roxy Dorlas for them today. So Michael Sims will be sending an in-swinger. And here it comes. But that hits the side netting. So a wasted chance for the home side. And some fans in attendance disappointed with that. So traffic from left to right will continue. Aristorenas assessing his options. Send it over. Galiana Trujillo with a lovely display right there. Aristorenas sent it to the middle. Ziggy A covered it. But here's Placito. Relio Raza out to Felonco. Galiana Trujillo has been active in this match on the right. Tried to send that in, but you could hear his teammates just telling him to wait a little bit more. Some itchy fingers on the side of Stallion. So about 18 minutes in already for this match. And it's put back into play. This will rattle around. Nogueda secured it. Nieras. Placito. What an addition he has been. Well, he did suit up for Stallion in the Copa back in 2021. So they're navigating a tightrope right here. Galasa. Logarta. Shook off his man. Schaffner. So far, so good. This poked away, but Joseph gets it. Takes it from distance, but this shot clearly not framed. But you like what you are seeing if you are Maharlika, and it is clearly displayed in their body language. Let's see if they could get in more of those repetitions and build their confidence. Mike Menzi, his brother Odi is with Kaya. Mike did suit up for Kaya FC Iloilo also back in the day. The Menzi family, one of the many, of course, involved in the Philippine football scene. A connection here, but skied again by Aristorenas. That is his third shot already taken in this game. And he hasn't been able to frame them, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, a touch is a touch. So could they get that fine-tuning? We look at the recent results too in this edition of the Philippines Football League. As Pepito got that, Kaya did defeat Stallion 3-1 on their coronation day as champions. The Stallion, in fact, that helped Kaya seal the title with a draw over in Cebu at the Dynamic Herb Sports Complex. And from the looks of it here, this is a corner kick for Laguna. And Juanito Galeana Trujillo will drive this in for them. We've got bodies in the area. You have to anticipate this matchup between Dave Basa and Abe Placito. So here it comes. Basa again. Aristorenas. Angeles. Galasa. Storming down and hits the Jets. Trying to play it in the further end. Nieras has it but is not out of the clear. And lets that go out. It will eventually go back to them. So we run through these statistics. Stallion have 38 goals forwarded in this campaign. And that is the third best offense in the league. Maharlika have 13 to show, and they are 7th and last in this campaign. It is 32 points for Stallion, again on in the league table. Maharlika with 7. But this match sure has been a tight one. And if this can carry on, if you are Maharlika, this could play to your advantage. Schaffner. He does have some experience in the US NCAA Division II level. McDaniel in the edge of the area. Taken. And saved, though, by Valdez to the approval of the home side. But he's not happy with his backline as that ball leaked through and to him. But I believe that shot was taken by Rafa Nogueda. So Nogueda, the second leading scorer of Stallion, and Valdez has had his number as of late. But now they have this set piece to deny. Looks like this is overcooked. It's headed in. Placito gets a touch, but it's clearly off. So we are 22 minutes into this match, or 23 minutes already. Rather, you are catching Maharlika Manila, the home side, and they're all black. They are playing from right to left. Stallion Laguna, in their all white. They are playing from left to right. They are the visitors making the trip from Binyan. And this is Clara Manzano on call for this match. You're catching this stream dito po sa Facebook at YouTube pages ng Philippines Football League. Paki-like at follow na lang po. Paki-subscribe na rin sa YouTube. CGA, send that out. But we have a whistle from referee Mick John Pineda. And you are catching this as we come to you from the McKinley Hills Stadium. So this throw-in covering a great amount of distance. Aristorenas secured that from Angeles. Tried to take a turn, but he was dispossessed. Galasa storming through the tight space. Takes a fall and wins a free kick for them from the mid. Galasa and Angeles were simply going for the ball. And we have our PFL, or a PFL champion in Nano Amita cheering on his buddy Mike Menzi. Shout out sa inyo, Nano. So it looks like Galasa shakes this off, and we will go as expected with the set piece that sails over the bar for them. At check nga natin ang ating shoutouts, or shoutout nga natin yung mga iba't ibang supporters dito ng Philippines Football League. Yung mga cameramen natin, may Kuya Miles, JF, Jetro, at Balong Pogi daw dito ang nilagay nila. As it's unsuccessful for Stallion moving forward. Siyempre si CJ din. Factoran and trying to drive it forward. And that split second decision from Abe Placito gets it to Pepito. Relio Raza. The long ball forward. Controlled well by Nogueda. Angeles sends it back. Nogueda from distance. But it's no good for them. Wide off the near post. And dito tayo po ulit sa mga shoutouts. Shoutout to Carson Gutierrez and Ride Dahil, Zoren Rotarla, Leonard Mandariza, at mga idol din natin sila Migs Gomez at RM Chua. And back to the action. Valdez has been the slightly busier keeper among the two. Pelonco, he did have a stint with Kaya, but he is back with Stallion. Coach Ernie Nieres was thrilled to get him back. But it's no good, this ball going well and out. Lay and just stormed down the left despite being that man up front for them. Sorry, check that. It is a throw-in. Sims trying to hound that Stallion back line. Placito negotiating traffic. Basa clearly forward trying to help the attack. Angeles lets this long ball eventually go out and changed up that probing run from Hamon from the looks of it. So still plenty of time before we get stoppage time for this first half. These teams would like to end their respective campaigns with a bang. This is the last match of Stallion as Nogueda gets forward swarmed. Finn McDaniel, but that was poked away from Factoranan from the looks of it. You got to love the work rate. Although this is the last match of Stallion FC, Maharlika Manila still have another one up against Mindiola FC 1991, their rival in this Philippines Football League campaign. Mindiola sit a spot above Maharlika in 6th place as Juanito drives this in. Valdez took a fall, but not a problem. Angeles got past one. It's out wide. Juanito, will he cut back? But he runs out of space. So looking back at the accolades of these teams, we did say Stallion are set for their second third place finish in the league. To add to that, in the Copa, which is the next tournament, Stallion have picked up a pair of bronze medal finishes. Maharlika Manila, a new team just founded in 2020 over the course of the pandemic. And they take pride in giving those opportunities to players playing at this level. Maharlika did pick up their first win in history over Stallion Laguna. They tried to clear it, but it looks like it hit a man. But that infraction was against Laguna, so it's back with the home side. Basa, that long ball they connected. Bensi. Looks like it's still in. Pepito did rush in to stop that. I believe he saw a teammate took a touch, so thus he prevented a corner kick from Maharlika. Nogueda in the middle. Got that ball forward though, but he was not on the same page with his fellow Mexican in Juanito Galeana. Some pressing here. Galeana wins it. Factoranan still keeping the intensity up. They play it back. The clearance of Valdez though gets it to Felonco. Felonco got his pocket pick. Sims playing it to open space. Placito and Villanueva hustling. The Pryor gets it, but they'll reset with Pepito. Galeana. He hit the brakes after assessing his options. They'll switch it over to Nieras. The back heel, they connect with Aristorenas. Gets it to Angeles. Runs into traffic, sends this in. But Juanito was just off from connecting with that ball. So 32 minutes of action and we are still goalless between Maharlika and Stallion. Yoraza got that. Galeana playing narrow. Same can be said for Angeles. Lovely control. Yoraza. Taken, but clearly not framed again. But Stallion are getting their groove in this match. Now it's about finding that break and just capitalizing on it for the two teams. Schaeffner and Logarta weren't able to connect. It looks like Relio Raza changed that up. Placito over to Menzi. Using the space to his advantage. Galiana Trujillo didn't get a great first touch. Simpson Logarta, Factoranan rather, connected. Tried to get out of the danger zone. Schaeffner. Galasa. Factoranan. They eventually play it long. Joseph colliding with Menzi. Nieras. Angeles. Slithering his way through. Some step overs. Sent in. Nogueda. It was always going to be difficult with Maharlika getting bodies in the way. The cross. Valdez read this one though. And we could hear Coach Ernie Nieras. Although he is not pictured, we can clearly hear him. He seems to be unimpressed with that effort or decision-making of Galiana Trujillo. Hamon up against Nieras. Nieras took a fall. It's still with Hamon. Sending it, but it is saved by Pepito at the bottom corner. He read that well. So Factoranan cleared that ball out. Relio Raza wanted to get play going right immediately as he saw a gap in the opposing defense. But traffic from left to right mainly continues right here. We're still a long shot from stoppage time in the first half. Well, let's see how teams will handle this situation. Placito slid this over to Menzi. Ristorenas. Well, Galiana Trujillo keeps us in. Menzi in traffic. Menzi all the way up. He is one of their center backs. McDaniel, the cross. Nogueda trying to win it back. Sige Ace clearance, a tough one. The shot taken over the bar for Mike Menzi. Close but not quite. So we break through or run through the standings. It is 10 wins, 2 draws, and 9 losses for Stallion FC. They want win 11 and close this campaign with a bang. Maharlika, though, want to push themselves over to 10 points within distance of rivals Mindiola. They are squaring off next week. Do give the Philippines Football League social media pages a follow for updates on that. And that will be the final match of the season before we close the curtains and prepare, of course, for the Copa Paulino Alcantara. But don't you forget about the other tournaments underway. We have the youth tournaments, of course. We also have the PS of the Philippine Ascals right here. They'll be right here in the Philippines, rather. They will be squaring off against Nepal and Chinese Taipei. That's on June 15 and 19. Tickets are available as Angeles is working his way through. Relio Raza takes the shot. It took a deflection from the looks of it, but that was from a teammate. So it's a Maharlika goal kick. Don't you forget also we have the Filipinas who will be taking part in the Women's World Cup soon. So do not forget to support local football. Aristorenas contra Bensi, the prior prevailing. Schaeffner was trying to direct traffic, but Stallion win it and try to pile up the pressure. Placito trying to join the foray. Juanito trying to use his shiftiness. Aristorenas. Stallion getting all players past the half line right here. Until Placito move back for a moment. So let's see how this will work for them. Angeles, he has been very active along with this entire team. Play back underway as we have showers from the looks of it. This could lead to some tricky conditions. We have McDaniel on the left, connecting with Nogueda. He didn't get a great touch. Galasa says safety first. Desperately headed out though by the Maharlika back line. Throw in taken. Nogueda. Galiana Trujillo just went in front of the mouth of the goal. Close again, but not quite for Laguna. The fans in attendance sure did have to hold on right there. Factoranan. Over the course of this campaign, we've seen Maharlika frustrate opponents, but it has been that ending that would just let them down. So let's see if they can sustain that energy. Juanito the early cross. Michael Sims in the middle. Cleared it, but it was straight to Michael Menzi. Placito. Angeles. It's been some clockwork passing and movement from Stallion. Galiana again. The cross. Nobody to meet it. Angeles was a little advanced in that play. With the way Stallion Laguna have been working in this game, they've been going in the left, in the right, and in the middle, making the opposing defense stretch. But given the small pitch, Maharlika have been making that work to their advantage, similar to how they frustrated Cebu when they squared off here in this venue. Cebu are the second placers in this tournament. Aurelio Raza did not secure that. So less than 4 minutes remaining before additional time in the first half. Some space opening up in the middle and on the right. Some tugging from Factoranan and Galiana Trujillo. Aristorenas. Juanito again. Angeles. The ball rattled around, but he still has it. Galasa. The main man in their attack. Working double time to help out on defense. Given how Stallion have just taken the game to the home side. So play resumed and immediately stopped. So Factoranan to resume play. Sims, but Menzi again making life difficult. And it looks like the showers have died down a bit in terms of intensity. Galasa and Factoranan. Basa. There's Finn McDaniel though trying to apply some pressure and win the ball. Some great decision making, of course, from Dave Basa, the veteran, as expected. Factoranan playing it forward. Sims to chase. But it was recovered by Pepito. So we look at their previous matchups. previously, Stallion and Maharlika did play to a 4-1 result with Laguna picking up the win over at the Binyan Stadium. A Placito, Rafa Nogueda, Juanito Galeana, and Craig Bonankin were the goal scorers, but Maharlika did spoil the clean sheet. Joseph trying to keep possession with them, and they're able to do so, but that first touch of Hamon clearly letting him down. He's not happy with this personal effort. Played long by Aristorenas. Nogueda got his chest to it. Siggy A scrambling to just recover. It's still Nogueda though. Takes it. It came off a man. Valdez was trying to deny the corner kick, but that's what Laguna will be getting right here. So to add to that, Maharlika also suffered a 4-0 defeat to Stallion Laguna. And the closest matchup for these two teams to date, as this ball was overcooked, the closest matchup was a 2-1 result where Galasa opened the scoring for Maharlika, but Stallion fought back to make it 2-1, and it's cleared again. Noguera came close, but a defender putting his body on the line. Such effort right here. So 1 minute of additional time, as confirmed by our fourth official, Michael Barajas. Menzi. Joseph trying to get him to play it wide. Factoran contra Angeles. It looks like Stallion have switched up their wingers. Angeles now on the right. So this may be one of the last kicks in this first half before we head over to the halftime huddle. And there you have it. First half action done and dusted. We are goalless between Maharlika Manila and Stallion Laguna FC in your Philippines Football League action at the McKinley Hill Stadium. And we will be back after the break. Good evening once more, and thank you very much for tuning in to Philippines Football League action brought to you by Qatar Airways with Maharlika Manila hosting Stallion Laguna FC, the visitors, as we come to you from the McKinley Hill Stadium. Currently at the halftime break again as we run through these statistics. Possession in Stallion Laguna's favor, along with shots with a whopping 13-3, but Stallion have unable to get them on target as much as they would like, as they've only got two of those. Corner kicks in their favor also. When we refer to the visitors, it is 6-2. Maharlika with one offside compared to 0 right here from the visitors. Fouls are 3-6. This has been quite a cagey affair given the tight nature or small nature of the pitch. We've seen a lot more action between these two teams and no cards given as of late, but the action sure has been picking up right here. The PFL is far from done with the second to the last match right here taking place, and to wrap it up, we will have Maharlika Manila and Benjola FC 1991 squaring off before we complete this edition of the league, and what has been truly a journey for all of the teams who have taken part. Kaya Iloilo wrapped up the title with Cebu coming in at second in their debut campaign. Stallion in third place, similar to how they picked up the same position back in 2019 prior to the pandemic, but this is a clear bounce back to how they finished in 6th place back in the shortened 2020 edition of this tournament. So both teams eyeing to just get those get their engines humming in time for the Copa Paulino Alcantara, which will feature guest teams from the likes of the military ranks and collegiate sides. So be sure to give the league's page a follow dito po sa Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yung username po sa TikTok at Twitter ay at WeArePFL. Sa YouTube naman po, paki-like at subscribe. So we will try to confirm if we will be having any halftime substitutions being made right here. We do have some players lining up, but of course, we will wait for the referee's confirmation. So we go through our match officials again. In this one, we have Mick John Pineda as the referee, the man in the middle. KB Nanyola at si Segundo Saluria III ay ang ating assistant referees o linesmen. Sila po ang in charge sa offside. Michael Barajas is the fourth official referee. Alan Martinez is the referee assessor. And Robin Allen Kainglet ay ang ating match commissioner. So the showers continue right here, and it has been steady. And over the course of time, this pitch is starting to get damp, and it could be a decisive factor in this game. So it looks like Finn McDaniel called it a day after 45 minutes, as we have Brian Ibanez checking in, the man from General Santos City. He did sure give us a banger with a goal, literally from the right wing, in the first matchup between Stallion Laguna and Cebu FC. And let's see how he will be able to take advantage of this run. I believe he was part of the National University football program that unfortunately dissolved due to the pandemic. But he's here already in the pro ranks, slugging it out with the big boys, as it will be Maharlika to kick off this second half with Benzi Villanueva right in the center circle. So Maharlika will be playing from left to right in their all-black. Stallion Laguna made the trip to the McKinley Hills Stadium, and they are in their all-white kits. They are playing from right to left. Action resumes. Let's see who will get themselves chugging after the respective huddles. Checked in to this game. Valdez to chase and picks it up. So it looks like Akot is deployed in the middle. He's had stints also with Cebu to add to his tenure with Maharlika. And unfortunately, there is a call against the home side, and A. Placito sends this forward to Nogueda. Nogueda did well to control, trying to get past his defenders. That was not one, but three. Galasa will try to escape this danger area. Nieras got this to Raza, but Schaffner is there, trying to change it up. Aristorenas sent it to Sims, though. Felonco, they win it back from their work rate, but it looks like there's some commentators curse Sims now, storming through. Numbers not in their favor, though. Ibanez trying to make it difficult for Sims, and it's mission accomplished for him there in that mini battle. It's taken down the line. Aristorenas got that needle in. Angeles, looks like the tricky conditions starting to play a factor right here. Schaffner took a fall. Looks like there was a shove from Relio Raza. And there was the extra pushing, but Schaffner got this going underway. Hamon just sent it, though, to an opposing player. Ibanez using the space to his advantage. Up against Factoranan. This was lovely, but his shot was blocked and did not get to take air. They throw it to Benzi, but Placito with his commanding presence as ever. And Placito is a great piece for Laguna if they would love to get into that mix when we refer to Stallion playing in the regional level. But the gutsy slide from Ziggy A, denying Alan Angeles from the looks of it. And you love the sportsmanship right there in the midst of the heat of the battle. Nieras got that to Nogueda. They were trying to get that one-touch game going. Akot getting decked from behind, and he wins it back for them. So for those wondering, we've got Jason Pepito in goal. It looks like Patrick Dato is jumping ship back to a top-tier team in Thailand, as Coach Ernie Nieras confirmed. And here is Nogueda. Got past one, but halfway there he was clipped by Ziggy A. And it looks like that is the first booking of this evening right here between the two teams. So this is a free kick from a promising area right here for Stallion. Valdez, one of two keepers listed today for Maharlika, although Javi Coscolwela is on the bench. It was confirmed he will not be. And Nogueda surveys his options here. And he has a four-man wall to beat from the looks of it. There's also Dave Basa over on the right end. somewhat protecting the further post. But will this be a chance for the Mexican foreign player of Stallion? He sends this in, spilled, but eventually recovered by Valdez. Galiana Trujillo came close to capitalizing on the rebound, the closest chance so far in this matchup. Hamon eventually gets this. Just 5 minutes into the second half, and we've seen a great amount of action already in this one. This one thrown forward. Galiana Trujillo trying to apply some pressure, but Basa just did the job. Galasa. Schaffner connecting with Akot. Akot collided with a teammate though, but a chance forward. Pepito with the denial to stop Villanueva, who was in disbelief. And a foul in the middle right here. Looks like this one was committed by Mauro Akot. And the man who was fouled was in Shermar Felonco. Nieras playing that left center back role in that 3-5-2 formation. Who will secure? We'll find out. Schaffner tried to use the space though, but Menzi met it. Galiana Trujillo did not reach it, but he gets this eventually. Just wide though, off the further post. Inches off. But according to the referee, a man from Maharlika got a touch, and this will be a Stallion corner kick. Here comes the service, but another whistle. And there is a yellow card issued right here. It looks like it is Relio Raza. It is highly likely there was just some extra pushing and shoving from him, trying to seek an advantage. When we look at it though, Stallion appeared to be the superior team in terms of physique. But they were unable to capitalize it. Still have no goals to show despite being mainly on the attack. But Maharlika, as always, have been just right there, looking to pounce on any chances. And let's also find out who will step up for Laguna with their leading scorer, Finn McDaniel, subbed off coming out of the locker room. We've got youngster Brian Ibanez, the man with the ball, and it was clipped. So that was taken short and plays resumed. And you see that block of Maharlika just frustrating their counterparts. So this time around, Maharlika will try to take a roll of the dice. Hamon got his head to it, but no teammate to meet it. And they yield possession back. Whose side are you on? Pakilagay na lang po dito sa comment section sa Facebook. Schaffner, they're getting forward. Got past two players, but poked away. Angeles recovered. Angeles from Nieras. Thought about it for a moment. Sends it to Aristorenas, and he's got room. Basa, though, his former teammate, poked it away. Felonco. Menzi. Ibanez. Working his way in. Trying to step over and get past Factoranan. Sent out, and it is a throw-in for the visitors. So in the 3 matchups between these two teams, Stallion have taken the victory. But in 2 of those matchups, Maharlika did spoil the clean sheet. Nogueda. Tried to drive it in, but sent it to Ziggy A. That clearance took a touch and was deflected by Nogueda, I believe. So it returns to Valdez for a goal kick. So again, when we look at the scenarios, Maharlika will have to win this game and the next one if they would like to finish 6th place in the standings over the 7-team field. A draw or loss today will mean that they will finish dead last in this edition of the league. So they do have that sense of urgency in approaching this game, as Dave Basa, their veteran, confirmed. Angeles takes it. It came off of Schaffner. And the referee in Mick John Pineda confirms it is a corner kick. Corners aplenty for Stallion, but they have not been able to capitalize. So questions can be raised. Will this be that slow burn and just throwing everything but no goals to show? But nonetheless, Maharlika would love to add a point to their tally, but knowing them, they want more, and they want the full 3 points. 3 points again for Maharlika. Keep them alive in this one. The shot off of Valdez, though. Nogueda, the follow-up, no good. Just the bodies in the box making it difficult. Relio Raza, the save, the follow-up, still no good. Desperate defending from Maharlika, and their crowd enjoying that energy. But it's still with Stallion. The cross. It's no good. Felonco did not get his head to it. And it looks like the intensity right here, the McKinley Hill Stadium just went up by 2 gears, we could say. And what more, the pressure continuing to pile up from the visitors. Abe Placito joining the mix once more. And here comes the set piece. Valdez again got a touch to it, did not clearly secure. Akot got it out of the danger area. It's now on the half line. Aristorenas collects it. He's just been manning the midfield, but it's been a difficult day for him in finding getting shots on target. But he'll take all the positives and try to polish them. Nogueda, he got clipped, but carries on, takes it. A body thrown forward, though. So a set piece again right here. Galeana Trujillo will get this going for them. Galeana Trujillo again, the second leader for Stallion in terms of assists. But with Finn McDaniel out, let's see how he will continue to step up. Awkwardly headed. Galasa just sends the ball up for some altitude. Lovely control there, but it's still given up. Galeana Trujillo. Basa again. So as a result of their defense, Maharlika will try to pounce on the counter. And they have the ball out for a throw-in with Placito delaying play. But they'll take possession nonetheless. So it looks like we have a change right here. Over for the home side, we've got Sampaga checking in, and Benzi Villanueva will call it a night with about 60 minutes of action right here. So the throw in down the line and they whistle. Sadly, against the home side, they'll just try to delay the resumption of play and get numbers down. Placito getting some distance on that ball too and setting the free kick. He puts this forward. Nogueda won it with his heft and height. Aristorenas pushed it out wide. Angeles. He thought about it for a moment. Aristorenas failed to get it. Menzi off his line from the back line. They get this forward, but it rolls out and about. Valdez just calmly setting this up. Trying to burn off some time from the clock too, given how Stallion have just raised their intensity when we refer to their attack. Aristorenas contra Schaeffner. Nogueda. Failed to release it and asked for a call, and looks like that's what he got. But Aristorenas appears to be hobbled, holding on to his lower left leg. It may be the ankle. He'll try to walk it off, but Abe Placito will try to get it going already. He pushed it out wide. So it still stays with Laguna. So will there be a crack for the visitors to capitalize, or will Maharlika keep this valiant effort up? Sampaga asking for a call. Angeles gets a yellow. He will have to be careful too. And their argument continues too. The talks continue right there. Cooler heads having to prevail with Rillo Raza and the linesman just coming on. The rain continues, or the showers rather. Motorheads continuing to stay hot. So given the nature of this, the free kick from the half line virtually has allowed Maharlika to get their numbers forward at the edge of the goalkeeper area. But before that, we will have a change. We have Toto Bedia checking on for Juanito Galeana Trujillo, and Jorel Aristorenas will step off. It is Troy Limbo. Troy Limbo is checking in after injuring himself in that match of theirs against Kaya FC Iloilo. These are like-for-like changes. Toto Bedia, a usual suspect coming off the bench for them. That spark plug of Coach Ernie Nieras. Factoranen drives this in as it's looking promising, but Placito says no. And things getting chippy. Both teams arguing over this decision right here. Maharlika saying it should be theirs. But referee Mick John Pineda says it goes to Laguna. It is a throw-in, to be precise. So an argument over last touch. Soniera sent that to Pepito. They'll try to just hit the reset button and stretch out that Maharlika defense that has frustrated them in this evening right here. 65 minutes have played on already. Both coaches moving the pieces on the chessboard. Bedia's first touch is unsuccessful. As that ball rolled out, perhaps he'll need some time to just adjust to the conditions of the pitch, and with showers making it very tricky again. And Valdez has just been putting his body on the line for Maharlika. Save after save, working hand in hand with the likes of Dave Basa and Ziggy A. Angeles in the middle. But it's time for them to work forward now. Sampaga colliding again with Angeles. That battle continuing. And this is just turning into a shoving affair. Nieras and Relio Raza there to defend their teammates. This was brewing earlier. Cards being given out. Sampaga, the substitute, getting one of his own. And from my count, this is 3 cards already in this game. So referee John Pineda having a chat with Nieras and Maharlika veteran Dave Basa. Referee John Pineda, sure, he's an experienced referee, and just trying to calm down, just trying to calm things down. So it looks like we have a slight delay. It's just Michael Sims getting relatively close to the spot of Placito's free kick in the middle. They'll switch it up. Some great control from Stallion. Nogueda thought he lost it for a moment. Akot. Now over to the left. Menzi contra Sims. Pepito clears this. Calmly controlled by Factoranan. They get their pocket picked right here, and it's a chance to drive forward. Limbo to Nogueda. Nogueda thought about dummying it. The shot taken straight to A, who was on the ground. Limbo, the shot sails over again. 2 players down from Maharlika. One continues to stay down. We'll try to get a closer look to confirm. But shot after shot and still goalless right here. And some treatment for the man who was down. From the way things are going, it looks like Maharlika will have to make a change right here. If I'm correct, they still do have some substitutions available for them. So whose side are you on right here? Are you for Maharlika, the team in black, the home side, or Stallion Laguna, the team in white? Maharlika are playing from left to right and will be down to 10 men temporarily. Stallion are playing from right to left. On the other hand, we are unsure yet if any changes will be made right here. And it appears that it was Ziggy A who was hobbled and had to be helped off. So JV Kalukaran checks on for Allen Angeles. Angeles again picked up a yellow. Another yellow would mean Angeles would get a card and Stallion would play or would be down to 10 men. So they insert some fresh legs and play safe, you could say. But with this setup, Kalukaran will be playing in the left wing. He would play left back at times when they would have their usual back four formation. Bedia. Nieras, their captain. Balot Doctora did not suit up for this game. I believe he is injured. This rattle between Akot. Between Akot and Schaffner, but Akot appeared to get hit. And Ibanez gets booked right here. So the referee just checking on Mauro Akot at the moment. Akot eventually gets up. The man again from DLSU and played his high school football with CSA. A former Cebu FC player himself. He is, or this is a return to Maharlika, we can say. So play resumed and underway. Placito continues to tower and be that stable force for Stallion. Limbo thought about it for a moment, trying to knock in those combinations with Bedia, who did enter at the same time as him. They knocked it back to Menzi. Slid it over to Placito. He has Sims in front of him. Nieras plays this long. And they'll try to get themselves going once more. They were unsuccessful on the left. This time they'll take it on the right. This one was lobbed. Still in for the moment. Across. Lilioraza. Maharlika defenders on the same page right there. And they deny another wave. So the script remains unchanged from how this match developed in the first half. It looks like a man from Maharlika was decked though. And they will be getting the ball back. A little past the 73rd minute already of this match as you are catching 2022-2023 Philippines Football League action. Brought to you by Qatar Airways. You're catching this on the Facebook and YouTube pages. Dito po ng Philippines Football League. Paki-follow na rin ang Instagram, Twitter at TikTok. Ang username po namin doon ay at WeArePFL. And this is Claro Manzano on call for this match. We have Stallion Laguna. They have secured third place already in this game, in this tournament. As Placito sent that ball to Akot. Placito did take a slip though as a result of that ball being mishandled. Akot appears to be fine. So Stallion in white again. Nobody to meet that cutback though. They had the likes of Brian Ibanez and Troy Limbo. Another close but not quite moment. So again for the home side we have Maharlika Manila FC. Declared again, but it's with Nieras. He controlled it well. Bedia on the receiving end of pressure has handled it well. Bedia sure showing us his impact as that usual spark plug, but it's just about getting that goal on the scoreboard for the visitors who have been on the attack for most of the match. Stallion asking for a handball. Sims just continuing to play on. A mistouch right here because of the tricky conditions. Holding on to Placito. And that's exactly the call of the referee. So again, Stallion trying out that back three of theirs, the 3-5-2 formation from their usual 4-3-3. They're looking to prepare for the Copa Paulino Alcantara and a potential stint in the AFC Cup, the second tier of continental football. As a result of their third place finish, they have that potential again to play in the AFC competitions. As a result of Kaya's first place finish in this tournament, wherein they were awarded, Kaya will be representing the Philippines in the AFC Champions League, the grandest stage of club football over in the Asian region. Cebu's second placers have their tickets sealed in the AFC Cup. Felonco faking Akot. Nieras. It's the defenders getting the ball forward. Kalukaran. The cross with too much power. Hamon. He's receiving some pressure from Ibanez though. He sends it out. So Stallion still unable to break this puzzle that Maharlika had left them to deal with. The unideal touch though, but they'll get to recycle. Bodies in the area. Will they cross or just work their way in? The shot taken. Valdez with the save to deny Limbo. Limbo, the man from Cagayan de Oro, who does look up to Lionel Messi. He is a youth national team member too, back in the day. Conditions getting difficult, but Bedia with a lovely back heel. Kalukaran. The intensity continuing to just rise here. And as this has carried on, this favors Maharlika Manila. Can they pick up a draw or what more? Possibly an attacking opportunity and just capitalize to find the back of the net. Stallion though have questions to answer. They've done everything but pretty much find the back of the net. Kalukaran, will he change it for them? Relio Raza, the shot! Valdez tips it over the bar! What a heroic effort right here from Valdez and company. Putting in the work. But they have to hold on for 12 minutes and added time right here. Time could just slow down if you are Maharlika, but time will speed up if you are Stallion, who have been constantly knocking on the door. Relio Raza and Sims are having a chat with Mick John Pineda. This appears to be the usual reminders for contact with corner kicks. It's corner after corner, but no result to show for Stallion. Headed out. Menzi just had to just throw it up for safety, but it's on the right wing already. Placito still forward as a result of the set piece. Dispossessed though. And the chance to unleash themselves and storm down the other end of the pitch. I believe it was Ibanez who got his pocket picked earlier. 2 players down. Both teams just resuming. Referee Mick John Pineda putting a stop, calling for medical attention. This appears to be contact between the head. And of course, there are precautions for those types of incidents. Concussions, of course, cannot be taken lightly. That is why there's the concussion. We have concussion protocols in sport. So in turn, this becomes a de facto cooling break for the two teams who have just been slugging it out right here. Stallion full throttle just trying to get the 3 points to end the season with a bang. Maharlika, though, defending as a unit from the back line all the way to the attackers. So far, so good if you are the home side. But again, if they want to move over from last spot to 6th, or to get a chance, they have to win this game and defeat Mindiola, which they are also set to play next week. For Stallion, though, they just want the full 3 points right here. Win or lose, or even a draw. 3rd place is theirs. And it looks like the rains have stopped, but conditions will continue to stay tricky. And it's now in the gloves of Valdez, just running some time off. The volley forward for Sampaga. But it's unfortunate, the ever reliable Abe Placito. His presence at the back has given them confidence to move forward in numbers. And how this game has been flowing. It's a corner again for Laguna. It's just Nieras and Menzi staying at the back for safety. And here comes the service. Valdez did not get his glove to it, but his teammates managed to recover. But it's with no man's land. Ibanez will have to track down as we have the probing run from Mauro Acot. It's now with Pepito. Pepito clearly the more relaxed keeper in this game. Valdez the busier of the two. And should this game end goalless, both keepers of course will be the only people happy, or one of the main people happy with the clean sheet. So 7 minutes remaining until we get our additional time. It's that slow burn continuing for Stallion. It's great they get to play a high intensity match to give their other players a run. A number of their regulars are on the bench for this one to give some bench players extra exposure. Sims got past. Now there's space. Taking it from distance, given the small proximity of the pitch. But it's not a problem at all for Pepito, but that appears to be a shot on target. That rattled off Hamon, so a throw in. Menzi again. They'll switch it up. So a touch from Sampaga. It becomes a throw-in quickly taken as expected. Time clearly against the side of Stallion. Kalukaran. Met by Factoranan though. Ibanez. That was a lovely fake from Factoranan. Another roll of the dice. They will need to eventually pull that rabbit out of the hat. Nieras just stormed to keep that ball despite the tricky conditions. And they have another spell right here. You just do not want to gift possession back, or what more opportunities to Maharlika. But here comes another change, and we'll look to get confirmation. So it looks like Hamon will be checking out, and Peter Varley will be coming back in. He hasn't seen much action in this edition of the league, but some heroics here, of course, can just plead his case right here and make a mark. So again, Peter Itaaz, Varley checking into this game. Pelonco pushed it over to Placito. Placito finds Calucaran. It's 2-on-1 though. Nieras. They'll reset. Rather than just switch it up, Placito is taking it through the heart. Maharlika unable to get it. Calucaran the cross. Felonco. Nieras over to Calucaran. Calucaran trying to go up against Sampaga. Got some road. The header taken. Valdez again, the save. This time he denies Ibanez. Ibanez going for goal number 2 in this campaign. It's been some time since he made his debut goal, which was against Cebu again. That was in the first round. But we are in the 4th round, the closing stages already of this 2022-2023 Philippines Football League edition. Close to the 88th minute already. This ball rattled around, but still with the visitors. Menzi. They got it back. Slowly but surely, Stallion Laguna are trying to progress through in the midfield in hopes of another chance to put a shot on target. Valdez parried it away. He has been playing safe given that we had some rains earlier. Placito slid it over. Bedia. This ball clearly not framed, and this spell will end for them. So should this result stick, Maharlika will improve to 8 points, but it is not enough to get them out of the bottom spot in the league. But here's a chance forward. A rare foray. They've mainly been frustrating Stallion, but Placito drives it with determination. But here comes Basa, a veteran of his own. Sims to no man's land. Sayang, as they say right here, with the crowd just groaning as they gifted it back to the visitors. It will surely be a long drive back here for the visitors should they fail to grab the W, which is the result they are clearly going for. A draw for Maharlika, though, will be an improvement. But again, they want to get out of the bottom spot in the standings. Schaffner trying to spark a fire right here. Asking for options. Numbers not on his side. The crowd in the bleachers approving this. Felonco, he has just found those extra jets in him in this game. Sims. It rattled off him. Felonco dispossessed by Michael Sims and sends this out. So we have 4 minutes of additional time as our fourth official confirmed in Michael Baras, but we've got another change. We've got Verano coming on, and it is Akot checking out. The referee calling for the stretcher. We are not sure about the gravity of this, but if you are Maharlika, they are trying to run time away from the clock. Although Akot is hurt, he is trying to make the most out of this when it comes to time remaining. So 1 of 4 minutes in additional time already used up. We may see a sort of an extension here, but that is the discretion of the referee. But Akot will be stretchered off here before play can resume. So it was Verano who checked in for him. But first and foremost, before that sub can be confirmed with Verano to step on the pitch, Akot himself will have to get past the touchline as he is seconds away from doing so, although it is through a stretcher. So there you go. We have our change, and play is back underway in the second minute of additional time. Looks like Sampagat tried to sell that, but the referee was not convinced. Valdez again gets that ball in to safety. And the Rains return once more with another Maharlika player down. A draw for them will be massive here, but again, they need the win to keep hopes alive of tying or leapfrogging Mindiola FC 1991, their rivals, in terms of points. So the drop ball, and Valdez will get this going again. A minute remaining before we reach the fourth already. Varley used some space. Nieras just poked it away. Relio Raza. Ibanez. But he's rushing forward. Valdez again, cool, calm, and composed to secure that. And these have been the harshest conditions by far, and this can turn the game a bit into a lottery as a result of the slippery conditions. Just poked away though. Verano was trying to get through one goal. Sims. This one rolling off though. Already in the 4th minute. Let's see how the referee will judge this one. Right in the 94th minute, in style, paying back that faith in him as that usual spark plug. Toto Bedia, the hero here. Although they have secured 3rd place already, regardless of the result, he gets them the yellow, as we know. But they have the 3 points to end the season with a bang. But well, let's see how Mick John Pineda will get this going, because we are past the 4th minute and you are, of course, vulnerable right after a goal. Kalukaran. So this time we flip the switch. It's Maharlika desperate to get forward. This time they want to at least steal the draw. Will this be too little, too late? But it ain't over till it's over. Until the referee blows the final whistle. And there you have it. from the McKinley Hill Stadium. Maharlika Manila FC nil. Stallion Laguna FC with the lone goal behind Toto Bedia at the death in the final minute of added time right here. An absolute heartbreaker for the home side. But they will get one more chance to lick their wounds and hopefully bounce back in their finale this season against Mindiola FC 1991 before we close the curtains in this edition of the Philippines Football League. But there you have it again. It is Maharlika Manila nil, Stallion Laguna FC 1, literally at the death behind Toto Bedia. We'll see you and take care. So I just have this habit of interviewing the man of the match. But I just you're going to interview? Yeah, but I normally use one phone and just video it. I send it to PFL. Sila na bahala doon. Hi, sir. Yes, sir. Man of the match, capital. Pasok pa tayo ulit. Check ko na lang. Toto Bedia, winner, literally at the death in the fourth and final minute of added time, breaking the hearts of fans right here who are still stunned, along with the weather making it difficult. But we run through the numbers. Possession 65-35 for the visitors as they got a whopping 23 shots and got 10 on target as opposed to just 2 in the first half. Maharlika, though, getting 4 of their own shots on target after taking 5. 2 corners to 13 in favor of the visitors. Offsides remain unchanged from the first half. It's 1 for the home side. Fouls 8 to 10. Intensity sure did shift up by several gears in this match. Yellow cards, we've got a total of 5, but nobody seeing marching orders from referee Mick John Pineda. It is 1 for Stallion with Maharlika Manila unfortunately left right here as they lose this match 0-1. And that does it right here for this coverage. This was Clara Manzano on call again. And thank you very much for catching this Philippines Football League match right here on our social media page. Thank you and good night.